fuck's going on here?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
BoxingVoice.com.
Vasiliy Lomachenko Productions.
Let's get that done. I've been here before and I know what it takes. Hard work, dedication, BoxingVoice.com. Mayweather is he's the best.
Win, lose, or draw, we coming to fight. Can't nobody take that away. We're coming to fight.
They do what they can, I do what I want.
When you look at how he throws that left hook, it starts out really low. We're going to see what kind of character he has.
And the lefts and rights by Maidana. And it's all Marcos Maidana here. A lot of those punches off his shoulder. I think anybody out there listening, or a kid, anybody, think that that's a dangerous deal to make. I think it's a perfect deal to make.
BoxingVoice.com.
15 minutes. Can you be strong for 15 minutes? Can you? Listen, the concentration is leaving.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another morning edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. It is 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, 6 a.m. West Coast, 2 o'clock in the UK. What's going on? Speaking of the UK, we will be talking about the unification taking place in the United Kingdom versus Luke Campbell, MBE, versus Vasiliy Lomachenko. With all the belts, all the marbles will be on the line. We're going to be discussing that fight, kind of previewing it, figuring out whether or not he has a chance, because he's come out and said, well, made headlines really. Basically, he's saying that he feels that a win over Vasiliy Lomachenko will make him as big as Anthony Joshua. Now, could be true. I don't know. That's left for us to debate over this morning's topic. So, yeah, man, this is what we're going to be talking about today. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. So let's do this. I'm going to head on out to my co-host in Indiana. But once again, Luke Campbell says that he will become as well known as Anthony Joshua if he defeats Vasiliy Lomachenko at the O2 Arena in London on Saturday. Us Americans can watch it on ESPN Plus at 5 p.m. Eastern time. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be the ring walk time, but give or take a half an hour. We'll watch it on ESPN, and the UK fans will get to watch it on Sky Sports pay-per-view. So let's get into it. Let me head on out to my co-host, Michael Gross in Indiana.
Vasiliy Lomachenko Productions.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. Oh my mic. He stayed out before he said he would not stop.
A man stand up for what he believe in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo. Good morning to everybody out there in the TBV universe. Back with another one. Big fight. We one of the pound fighters on the top 5 is fighting in the UK against Luke Campbell. And Luke Campbell come out and says if he wins, he is now on the level of Anthony Joshua. You know, that's a lot of big words, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a little bit too much, but we'll break it down and talk about why that's a little bit too much. What's going on, Ness?
I mean, dive right into it, champ. Why do you feel it's too much, for Luke Campbell? Like, you mean like even if he gets the win, you don't think he'll be as big as Joshua?
No. I think Joshua is a heavyweight. He's a brand, you know what I'm saying? He's been a brand since he was early on in his career. I know if Luke Campbell beats Lomachenko, his definitely stock has risen over in the UK and a little bit over in America too. But Lomachenko's not a great big star over here in America. So I think if he wins, he'll be better known and probably a bigger star in the UK. But to say that he'd be bigger than Joshua after Joshua lost to...
he didn't say bigger. He said big.
Same level. Yeah, same level. Joshua lost to Ruiz. He is now a little bit more known in the America. Like he was telling Eddie, that's probably the best thing that could happen to y'all was the loss. But Luke Campbell still has some things to do to to take that superstar face a boxing kind of step, because two faces of boxing, three faces of boxing, looking at Canelo, looking at Joshua, looking at Wilder, you're looking at Andy Ruiz, looking at Tyson Fury. Like, those are the names that you think of when you think about boxing nowadays. Errol Spence too, Terrence Crawford too, of course.
So, what's your opinion of Campbell? Does he even have a shot, and what sort of a shot?
Absolutely has a shot. He's a way bigger man than Lomachenko. He's been sparring three guys at once to get ready for Lomachenko. So I think Campbell's a good fighter. I believe he's a gold medalist too in the Olympics, or he's a medalist in the Olympics. So he's not somebody that you can take lightly. He has the skills. He after he was knocked down by Jorge Linares on HBO, he really came back and started showing well of himself. And I think that was the first time he been over in the States, and he was very impressive.
Cool. What's your thoughts on Troy James?
Who?
Never mind. What about Yvonne Mendy?
Yvonne Mendy, I've heard the name, but never seen a fight. Where you bringing these names from, bro?
That's the people that you claim Campbell, has been showing well of himself after the Linares loss. Troy James.
I didn't say anything about him showing well of himself.
Ivan Mindy, and Adrian Young.
I said after he was knocked down by Linares, he got back up and had a good account of himself
that fight. You mean in that fight?
Yeah, he really pushed Linares to the limit. I remember watching that fight on HBO with Max Kellerman, Roy Jones Jr., and Jim Lambert.
Yeah, I'm actually watching that fight now. I watched his Adrian Young fight. It's funny, right? I watched the Young fight first, and I convinced myself that quick that he has a solid shot off the Adrian Young fight. Obviously, I changed my mind, 3 rounds into the Linares fight. But based off that Adrian Young, which some are going to use post Linares to justify or, assess and analyze a way that they can get their pick. How they're going to come to their conclusion for Saturday night's pick, and it's going to be what he's done post Linares. Obviously, you got to factor in what he did with Linares, but overall, he has a decent resume. Nothing out of this world. He suffered that split decision loss to Mendy, and I'm happy to report that he at least went back and, avenged it. He fought Argenis Mendez, the Dominican, and he won a unanimous decision, but he was dropped in that fight. He was also dropped in the Linares fight. So what he does have going for him is that he is naturally a way bigger man, not only in weight, but height and probably reach. He's a southpaw as well. So that is another bonus for him. Now, the issue with that is he's fighting a southpaw in Vasiliy Lomachenko, so Vasiliy might be familiar, right? Because you look at it and you can tell that Vasiliy has the way better footwork. Campbell is a patient fighter. He's a boxer puncher. He likes the tempo at his pace. And where Linares has success is that Linares is faster and he's an aggressor. Like, he's making the fight in the Campbell fight. Campbell, again, wants to sit back. But post Linares, Campbell showed and he did change his trainer, right? So he changed his trainer after the first loss. I don't know if he changed again after Linares, because he changed his trainer after Mendy. But, post Linares, he started being more accurate with his body punches in all those fights that he had, with Troy James and the Mendys of the world that, nobody knows. But, look, they worked on stuff in those camps. And honestly, it showed in the Adrian Young fight. Now, Adrian Young is a guy that I never heard of. watching the telecast on Dazn, Sergio Mora was giving this dude hell of compliments for never being stopped. But he had 6 losses already. You know what I'm saying? It was still a good fight. Campbell handled him. Just bigger, stronger, longer. Very good boxing IQ, I just don't know that his feet move enough for Lomachenko. But again, if we could bank on him being the bigger man, him being more disciplined and going to the body, and then knowing that Vasiliy can't handle body shots, knowing that the blueprint has been there, that's how you get this dude going backwards. That's how you make him uncomfortable. And from that southpaw stance, that body shot lands well, but it's for the orthodox fighter. I mean, the fact that Vasiliy is a southpaw too makes this a little difficult, but the size advantage, bro. He's looking up at, Luke Campbell. And it's bad because, people say that size advantage really doesn't matter, man, in boxing. But you want to hope that it does, man. You really want to hope that it does if you're a Luke Campbell fan, if you're rooting for the underdog. Again, being the bigger man, at this point having some experience because, Linares is a cheap version of Vasiliy. And, he had some difficulties with Linares. He lost that fight. He's not going to be able to stand there, bro. Like, he can't stand. He's got to bring the fight to Vasiliy. You can't box Vasiliy, and he likes to box. He's trying to box with Linares. It's like, bro, that's what Linares is good at. Like, I call Linares, less than average because if you put pressure on him, he withers, you know what I mean? And Luke Campbell, instead of pressuring him, is trying to outbox him. And if he tries that style with Vasiliy, he's losing. He got to make that fight rough. You know what I'm saying? He's got to use his weight, use his reach, lean on Lomachenko, dig to that body, hit him in the hips, everything, bro. He's got to make it a dirty fight. He should be watching tape of Errol. If you want to fight like Errol from that orthodox style versus Lomachenko, rip to that body. Focus on 1s and 2s, but make them shits accurate. I mean, I think he really got a shot. And you know why? I know Pedraza's done more. He's a 2-time world champion. And he's got better footwork. I think that's probably what caused Vasiliy a lot of issues was that Pedraza is a mover. He got that, move around, hit herky-jerky style. But Campbell, I think, got a little bit of a better boxing IQ. Maybe reach, he started at 35 where Pedraza started at 30, so Campbell's probably the bigger, thicker fighter. But I know I talked for like 20 minutes. My bad. Nothing?
Now you good. Yeah, I've been saying Campbell has a real shot against Lomachenko. It's not going to be an easy fight for Lomachenko, but like you said, he can't wait on Lomachenko, but that could be a mistake too because we know Lomachenko is like all action. He's going to change ankles. He's going to hit you from side to side. So maybe waiting for, well, not waiting for, but like counter punches could be his big thing. Like you said, investing in the body from the beginning is a thing that he must do. We've seen it from Linares, and I believe we seen it from Pedraza fight too, that they invested in the body and he didn't really like it. But Campbell is a big guy, man. When the show off and face off come, you will see how much bigger Campbell is than Lomachenko, and the reach is going to be crazy too. Campbell has a shot, but he's going to be going against a uphill battle because Lomachenko is one of the best fighters in the world.
Yeah, man, I just don't know if that division is for him, bro. I mean, either Pedraza is a whole lot better than I thought, and I'm a guy that gives him credit for being a 2-time world champion, or Lomachenko's in the wrong division. And, I'm wondering, can this dude take advantage of that? He's got decent pop. I like him better going to the body, man. But he's got a combination punch to the body. Orlando Salido had success combination punch each side, and we all know some of those were a little low. Luke Campbell, he likes to set it up, pawn with the right jab like southpaws do. Then he likes to either scoop with the left to the body, kind of uppercut shovel hook style, or straight to the body. Now, the thing is, Lomachenko is faster than your average fighter, so he could counter them body shots. So I don't know, man. I just recommend leaning on this motherfucker. Tyson Fury, Cunningham style. Get him on the ropes. Use your size. Use your forearms. Lean. Hold. Alan Green, Andre Ward style. You know what I'm saying? Lock one arm in and just lean and fucking hit with the other one. You know, keep making the ref break you up. Take a point for holding, because you don't want Lomachenko bouncing around trying to be this, you know, herky-jerky show-off. That's what he wants to do. He wants to show off and show out. You gotta make him uncomfortable, man. If you start letting this dude be an entertainer, he gonna style on you. And you gonna end up being the fucking butt of the joke.
Absolutely. But going back to the main point, is this going to make him a bigger star than Anthony Joshua was on the same level as AJ?
I mean, at this point, are you asking, or was that a pause? I'm sorry.
It might give him some more endorsements overseas, like some JD or some whatever other things they got over there. You know what I'm saying? But to be a bigger star than Joshua, man, you're gonna need one of those nights that Joshua had. Well, on the same level as Joshua, you're gonna need one of those nights that Joshua had against Vladimir Klitschko, so everybody in the UK can see you put on a performance like Joshua did. Maybe this is your Vladimir Klitschko coming up this weekend, and then you have to come up to the States and get a big victory or a big loss to somebody over here, you know what I'm saying, like Joshua did with Andy Ruiz. That really made his stock go up too. So to be on the same level, you got to start laying down these bricks, you know what I'm saying, for your foundation.
Yeah, but isn't that the same? If he's able to upset, he's in that Andy Ruiz demographic, right? And not only that, he got a whole country. He got, like, if he upsets, it's like when Kelbrook upset Porter. He became a star, and everything was pay-per-view, and he sold out in Sheffield, and then he got a pay-per-view with Gennady, and then he got another big pay-per-view with Errol. Like, that's how it happened, you know. Once you defy the odds, I think that's when the casual fans, not only the casual fans, but the writers, man, the casual writers, the mainstream writers, you know, they put their readers in touch with the story, because it is that Rocky story, that come from behind, you ain't supposed to do it story. But I don't know. Look, he's MBE already. I believe he's Olympic gold already.
Yeah, that's why he's MBE, I believe.
And the beauty is he lost twice, so he's more relatable. You know what I'm saying? It's like Julian Williams, come from behind champion. Oh shit, counted you out champion. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I think he got a story if he can pull it off.
Of course, you know what I'm saying? If he can pull it off, you know what I'm saying? But it's still, man, even if he wins, man, he's not a heavyweight, you know. And I think more people are attracted to the heavyweight division, no matter if you're UK or American. But it definitely helps to build his legacy in the stardom, though.
Give me a guess. Give me your guess. He wins, no rematch clause. How many people he puts? Does he fight in 02 again, or does he upgrade? He wins. There's no rematch. He gets to do what he wants with the what he got? 3 belts? How many belts you get for this fight?
Got 3 of them, motherfucker. If he wins, he probably do a headliner at the 02. Eddie Hearn, see how that turns out. And
so you get the WBO, WBA, plus the ring and the WBC.
Then he'll probably be facing, after his voluntary, he'll probably be facing the Dream Devin Haney. And that'd be a big fight for him.
Yeah, no. But I'm saying, how many butts and seats does he put in his next fight? No rematch clause with Lomachenko. He won. Okay, but so does he upgrade? Does he fight again in the 02, or are you talking now he's Wembley status?
I don't know what Wembley status, because again, you got to be matched up right. 135. Who are you going to bring in for the fans to tell them, hey, he is worth you?
You offer Gervonta Davis the fight in the UK for all the belts. Move up in weight, champ. You wanted Loma, Loma's out the picture, or Loma wanted you, he's out the picture. Come get all this money, come get all these belts, come get this internationally global fight.
Yeah, but Leonard Ellerby said that Gervonta Davis would never be fighting on the zone. And if you're Eddie Hearn, you got a guy who just beat Lomachenko. You think you gonna put him anywhere else than where you want to put him at?
Well, think about it like this. Even though Eddie has shares in Dazn and Dazn has shares in Matchroom USA, Eddie still has a contract with Sky, and he still gets pay-per-view money. And that fight is gonna sell a lot of pay-per-views in the UK. And I'm pretty sure because it's Gervonta, they can try and finagle a international pay-per-view. Like instead of us normally getting that 6 o'clock, maybe they make us pay for it because Floyd's involved, and they've done that with Floyd and Canelo, right? Like they make them pay for it. Like we don't. What I'm trying to say is that we don't always get their pay-per-views for free. I think we always do. We always do, which is putting a hole in my thing right here. But I just think Gervonta maybe with the Floyd connection, I don't know. Maybe they make something happen. You see, Andy Ruiz just got Mexican TV rights and money. I don't know. I just think those little details they don't leave those on the table, especially when you Floyd. Remember, I always repeat this. Floyd got a cut out of the hot dogs, bro. He ain't playing. Like he got money out of the concessions and the stands. Like he wasn't playing. He won a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I don't know if they can't make Gervonta and Tank Davis and Eddie Hearn's working with Gervonta. I don't know how you make Gervonta and Luke Campbell after both guys are going to think that they are the A side in the fight and go on certain things. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you do that. I don't know how the British public will receive Gervonta, even though he fought over there once against a guy on Frank Warren's card, but. It was a quick fight, so maybe that they didn't really get to know Gervonta like that.
Yo, what is this dude in the chat talking about? Kelbrook was a star before Porter. Man, you crazy?
Kelbrook wasn't even a star after Porter. Ned said he did pay-per-views after Porter. Every fight was a pay-per-view fight at the Porter. I'm sorry to tell you, he was still on some undercards. The only pay-per-view fight that he had
was the Gennady and the Errol.
Errol Spence and Gennady Golovkin.
But that's what I said. I said he did pay-per-views.
Every fight after he beat Shawn Porter was pay-per-view. Go back and rewind the tape.
Well, I definitely ain't mean every fight because after Shawn Porter, he went on his, Bum of the Month club with JoJo Dan. Not Bum of the Month, but Euro guys, JoJo Dan is actually from Turkey, but whatever. Frankie Gavin, Kevin Bizier, that's what he did when he won the title. And that's what I'm saying. That's what Luke Campbell would do. They're going to go back home and get that victory lap in a couple of stadiums. But like Mike said, man, the original subject is, can he be as big as Joshua? I mean, I don't know. It's difficult, bro. Joshua, it's like you said, he's a heavyweight, man. It's a lot of eyeballs. It's a lot of eyeballs on him, bro.
Yeah, he has a chance to be a bigger star. Like, don't get it wrong. Like, if he beats Lomachenko, like, the UK public is going to love him, love him dearly. He's already MBE, so I wonder, is there, like, a step up from, like, MBE, like, triple MBE or some shit? I don't fucking know. But, yeah, man. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, what could you say? I mean, we got to wait and see. I'm interested in that height and that weight advantage, man. I'm pretty sure. Like, what do you think Luke Campbell weighs on fight night? Because he weighed in his last fight at 138, so like that, he's a big kid. 138 for weigh-in. For weigh-in was 138.
Like for the fucking fight, the night of the fight,
no,
like shit.
No.
Crazy as hell. 138, they're way bigger than that. He probably come in close to 150.
Yeah, man.
Maybe a little bit over. I seen Terrence Crawford weigh in at 135. And he went like 156 the next day. Jim Leckley had it on HBO, so those guys can add that water weight back quickly.
Man, somebody crazy. They said they never heard anyone say Porter could be a problem for Floyd, but I've always heard Brooke and Spence being capable of beating Floyd. You bananas, bro. Like I always think Porter Porter's a good style, man. Porter's a good style for anybody. For anybody, that is the best barometer test. Like I could totally see a version of the universe where Porter can beat Floyd with that pressure. You know, Maidana had wild pressure. You know, and that blueprint is there. The Castillo is there. And if there's anybody that can try and replicate wildness and the amount of punches necessary to beat a Floyd, it's Porter. That man is just, you know, the dedication in his
He
training.
like Kevin Gates too. He don't get tired.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The dedication in his training is insane. So, like, he will be hitting Floyd all night. Now, can Floyd do what he did to Canelo where, like, it don't matter what you do, I'm going to hit you and make you not want to punch or throw punches? Maybe. Yeah, hell yeah, he could do that.
But we say all that to say this. If Floyd and Shawn Porter got in the ring, I'm picking Floyd. What about you, Ness?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to pick Floyd, but I'm going to be very interested. Like, I'm going to be tuned in. You just never know, man. I mean, yo, the awkwardness of dudes sometimes. Look at. I know it's Pacquiao, but look at what Pacquiao did to Floyd. Like, I mean, to Thurman. Like, that awkwardness, that following his own punches. You know, that three-piece combination, stepping in like that. You know, Thurman just wasn't ready for that. Sometimes you're not ready for the unorthodox moves of the person, but.
And Shawn did Shawn come up sparring against Pacquiao when he was early on in his career?
Yeah. And you see, they never gave him that fight. How many years has Pacquiao been at 147?
Pacquiao ain't even spoke Shawn Porter's name when he came to 147.
Not even Freddie says anything bad. You know, normally Freddie would at least be like, man, Porter can't fight, or that guy ain't got no skill. He don't even talk about them. But you know why? Because Ken ain't no dummy. Ken records everything.
Shout out to my guy, Ohio runs boxing, man. He sent me a fucking meme last night. He said Errol Spence trying to beat Shawn Porter. It was a guy like punching Jason or some shit. Nigga, Jason taking that shit on the chin like it wasn't nothing. Yeah,
that was that movie. But I think you got it backwards. You know, he's Ohio, so is
absolutely
Shawn. So he's basically saying that the punches of Errol are gonna be, you know, the dude that was trying to beat Jason. He got mad memes. He got a meme, you know, where it's like everybody's surprised, and he's like, the faces people make when I say I'm picking Porter. And I'm telling you, that's how it is. Listen, Porter ain't no joke.
That's gonna be a tough fight.
I just knew that Thurman had more boxing IQ and better wheels. See, Earl ain't shown us no skates, so he gonna have to stand and fight. If Shawn is coming with that Shawn style, that's what we want. We want Clash of the Titans.
Not Shawn versus Danny.
I want Clash of the Titans. I want Shawn versus Alexander and Malignaggi to come in there versus Earl. I don't want you to get on your toes trying to jab. That's not it. Go do what you did to Malignaggi, Adrian Broner, Alexander. You know, bowl them over. Get them up out of here. Get them up out of here, man.
Just give me that Berto and that Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter, and I'd be happy.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that Berto, I ain't really like that one, but I guess that'll get him the win because, you know, that was a little headbutty Porter, right? There was a lot of headbutts in that fight.
Nah, but if you go back and watch the Devin Alexander fight, Berto shit, his head get butted a lot. So I can't just blame Shawn Porter for what was happening. Berto, I've seen Berto since that fight.
Yeah, no, but now you talking about Orthodox versus Southpaw. Alexander Southpaw, so you know that's a given.
Okay,
that's a given. But Porter, he's Orthodox versus Orthodox, and you know it is what it is. It's still a good ass fight. And we gonna get some answers. Like, what if Earl comes out and all of a sudden he's this 1,000-punch thrower again, boxing? Like, nah, I don't want that work. You stay behind his jab. See if you can you get around it. Show me you can get around it, right? Because like I said, if not, they gonna clash. They gonna meet in the center, and it's gonna be boom, boom. You know, probably. I know, and that's the thing. Porter likes to pivot and move a lot. It's gonna be a very, very good fight. Very good fight. Can't wait. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter.
Find me on IG at Gross1911, on Twitter at Gross2312. And if you want to support me, go ahead and check out my last 2 posts on IG. And if you can, you know what I'm saying, show your boy some love. Appreciate it.
Peace.